All right. So on December 30th of 2024, the YouTube channel hit 100,000 subscribers. Um, it is now June of 2025. That was 6 months ago. I said I was going to make a video talking about it, and I never did. And the reason for that was because I was trying to find a way or write a script that would be just the perfect scenario for how to describe how I feel about this milestone, because it is just it's important to me in ways that you probably couldn't ever really understand. And I wanted this video to be perfect, but after months of thinking about it, it's not going to be. I can't. I tried writing a script for it. I tried planning it out, and I think it's just best if I just speak from the heart. So, yeah, this is probably the only time I will ever let myself be this vulnerable in public, let alone on a social media platform. So soak it up while it's here. But I just really needed to say thank you. Genuinely thank you for everything, because I don't think you realize, like, you have this award is just as much yours as it is mine. I understand that I've put in hundreds of hours of work. I understand that I'm the creator and I make the content, but the thing I always go back to saying is that my content is nothing if there's not other people to share in the joy of what I do, to be there to experience it, because that's where the value is. The value is in the shared experience of watching my videos, of uh, playing games. It's a symbiotic relationship between the creator and the viewer, and that is the most important part. Yes, I do the creating and you do the watching, but it's when we come together to share in that entire process that is that's it. That's the thing. Do you know what I mean? So whether you've donated, whether you're one of my top donators, or you've sent me 20 cents, 10 cents, or you're a subscriber of the channel, or you're a regular viewer who's not subscribed yet, or perhaps maybe this is the first time you're seeing me and you've only watched this video for 30 seconds. Either way, if you have chosen to spend your time on me, which is your most valuable asset. You have taken the most valuable thing you have in your possession, and you have decided that I was worth spending it on. And so that is why this belongs to you, because the time it took and the fact that you spent that time on me is astounding to me. I mean, you don't understand. When I was a kid, YouTube was a source of, it was an escape. And I think it is for a lot of people. And what you guys have done for me is you have allowed me to, from what I read in the comments, which is amazing, you've allowed me to create that same escape for others who also need it. You know, I do want my content to be a place of relaxation and just a place where people can go to unwind. And I want to hopefully change people's lives by doing that, to give them a break, because people need that so bad. I want to do that for other people. And so in doing that and making this content and helping me to make this content, you guys yourselves, even though you're just watching videos, you are contributing to this thing that I hope will continue to change lives and change lives in even more drastic ways. But even so, this is more than that for me. And I'm not going to talk too much about my personal life here, but I need you to understand, like, how important this milestone was for me. So when I was around 12 years old, my family broke apart, which, as a kid who struggled with regulating their emotions and understanding their emotions, that was the most difficult thing I've ever been through. And it was also around that time, because of all of that stress and pressure, I ended up getting diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I'm sure most of you around the channel know that I am type 1 diabetic, and I have been, like I said, since I was 12, so over 10 years now. But it was around that time where my family split apart, and I was diagnosed with what could, and every day is technically, a life-threatening chronic illness. If it's not maintained, it will kill me. If I miscalculate my insulin, one time when I'm eating food, if I accidentally hit the wrong button, it's like that'll be it. I'll be clocking out. So it was a very intense thing to have dropped on me right in the middle of all of that family drama. And so it felt like in the span of a month, my entire life was changed. And I know that it was. Like, it was. I'm still feeling the effects of those events today. I'm still seeing them around me. I am in a worse place than what I would have been had that not happened. And the worst part about it is that I let it get to me. I let it change me. I am a completely different person. Aside from two core family members, everybody in my life is either gone, dead, or different. When families break apart, it's weird to see your opinions of people change. Everybody chooses sides. Everybody starts saying things about other people. It all feels foreign. And it never went back to feeling the way it did. And I've come to terms with that, and I understand why that happens. But like I just said, I lost myself in that process too. Dealing with diabetes and all of that going on led to a lot of complications that I'm still dealing with today. And I'm trying to get back to really taking care of myself. I want to. I should. There's really no excuses for it. It's just that I've been scared and distracted. But that aside, my point is that up until that point, I had this idea in my head of who I wanted to be, and I was going to do it. Like, I was prepared to grow into that person. I was ready. I knew who I wanted to be, and I knew kind of the direction I wanted to go. And I was ready to start becoming that person. And then all of a sudden I couldn't. And then all of a sudden, taking care of my blood sugar became my priority. Because I was so scared of it, because I was so emotionally unbalanced as a kid, I let it control me. All my athleticism, I lost. I used to play basketball, baseball. I ran cross country for a little bit. I did wrestling for a little bit. I toyed with the idea of playing volleyball. I was even in the Boy Scouts for a while too, for a couple of years. I did everything, and that stopped. And then on top of that, there was really nobody to talk to about it, because everybody was fighting each other. And even the people who said that I could talk to them about these things, I didn't want to, because I know they were fighting their own battles and they were struggling with the family separation in their own way. My point of telling you all of this is YouTube is the one part of me, like of my soul, like my essence as a person, that survived until this point. It is the only thing in my life that is familiar to me, that feels familiar to me. I'm in a different house. I drive a different car, which I'm very grateful for. I understand that there are a lot of people out there who have much bigger problems than I do. I don't know where most of my friends are, people I really love. And part of that's my fault. And the people that are still here are different too, unrecognizable in a lot of ways. And I like I said, I've come to terms with all of this. It's a part of life. It's a part of my life, and it's become a part of my identity, and I own that. That doesn't mean it's not hard to deal with at times, but YouTube is the thing that got me through all of that. And so that's why it became so important to me, because I knew from that point going forward that this is what I wanted to do. And I can't tell you how much I read your comments. I read them all. I don't, I know I don't like every single one. I don't respond to every single one, but I see them. And, for example, I'm pretty estranged, from my father. And so to, see comments of like dads who tell me they want their kids to grow up watching my videos, or to see girlfriends and boyfriends talking about how after a day of work, whenever I upload, they like to come home and throw my videos on, or just people in general looking forward to seeing me post on Sundays at the end of the week. That's more than a dream come true for me. It's some kind of healing that I didn't know I needed until it started happening, and I really just can't thank you enough. And I'm not done or anything. I'm not going anywhere. I want to continue to grow. I want to continue to reach more people. This is just the beginning, because I really do feel like this is my calling. As small as this may seem, I understand that nowadays I'm still considered a small creator because there are just so many of us, but I want to participate in this community, and I want to grow this community, and I want to be a part of something that feels like it's greater than myself. And you guys are the ones that are enabling me to do that. So thank you for 100K. That plaque up there means more to me than you will ever know. And there's nothing I could possibly do to thank you for that. All the content in the world won't be enough, but I'm gonna do my best. I hope you stick around to watch it happen, because we're gonna go far. We're gonna go far. So thank you for everything, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.